Now let us look at our Microsoft Azure Function app, which we have used to do the orchestration. As you can see here, this is a Visual Studio project, and my structure I've put here is I have a section where I have the scripts which I've used. There's a section for the actual function app, and there's a section for the unit tests to allow me to make sure there's no any regression issues in my system and make sure there's some good code coverage. So if I just dive into the actual function app, so I keep my constants within here. So all the entities I'm referencing, such as the one to allow me to model the subtitle response, video response, content app requests are all within my entities folder. The interfaces allows me to define clear and single responsibility interfaces. For instance, Cloudflare repository has all the concerns to deal with the Cloudflare communication. iConfig service allows me to load all configuration I require in my solution. And the iContent Hub repository pattern allows me to model all the actions I need to do within the Content Hub, such as executing scripts, updating Content Hub, and getting data from Content Hub. iLogger adapter allows me to log some useful metrics, some useful data to my Azure Function app, and also help me troubleshoot in case I come across any issues. My iVideo publish service is the main service I use, which puts together all these operations to allow me to orchestrate the publishing of the videos once we get a trigger. This my function app is HTTP triggered, which means when you have a post request coming here, when the user clicks on Content Hub sent to Cloudflare stream, that's the post request, which triggers this function app. Yeah, and of course, the rest of the project logging, as you'd expect, this is where I'm logging using a generic logger, which can allow me to log various messages, information, errors, or any debug information I need. Of course, the repositories are implemented within my actual repositories classes here, and the services are actually implemented within my services folder here. And of course, as I said, the Cloudflare publish is the main entry point. So in essence, if you see in this case, when there's a post request coming in, we basically receive the post request and do a view check, such as making sure the API key is specified and it matches the key which is configured on our Azure portal. And then if everything goes on well, we basically read in the request and then we prepare the request and then basically call this video service published to Cloudflare, which does the heavy lifting as explained in the previous video where I was walking through the activity diagram.